You're welcome to chemistry class with this. So, still in preparation for Alternative B 2026 WAEC Practical. Here is my predicted questions, and then we are going to answer the questions. F is the solution of inorganic and organic compound. Perform the following exercises, record the observations, and state the conclusion you draw from the results. A. Put sample F in a test tube and add 10 cm cube of distilled water. Set the solution and filter. II. Set the filtrate with litmus paper. III. To the first portion of the filtrate, add aqueous ammonia in drops and in excess. IV. To the second portion of the filtrate, add sodium hydroxide in drop, then in excess. B. To the third portion of the filtrate, add barium chloride in drop and add excess hydrochloric acid. Then B. To the residue, add few drops of iodine solution. If you are coming across my video for the first time, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share, turn on your notification button. So now we are going to do the practical. Now we are going to answer the question. This is our sample. This is sample F. So I did not learn it very well. Now we are going to answer the question that follows it. This is our sample F, and the question says we should put sample F into a test tube, add 10 cm cube of distilled water into it. But I would prefer to use this because I will use this in place of test tube so that I will be able to turn it very well. So here is my sample. Here is my distilled water added to it. I will stir it very well. I will stir it very well. Then my filter paper. They say add in a test tube, stir very well, and then filter. You stir very well so that it will dissolve. So, the first thing we are going to do, AI, sample F plus distilled water plus stir plus filter. That's what we write under the test. Some particles are left to dissolve. You have to stir very well. Then filtration is taking place. Observation, we are going to have F is partially soluble in water. On filtration, light blue filtrate and white residue is observed. So then they now say we should, then under the inference I'm going to write that F is a mixture of a soluble and insoluble compound. S is a mixture of a soluble and insoluble compound. Then I add, the second question said that you should divide the filtrate into parts. One portion of it you test with. Okay, with litmus paper. This is blue litmus paper. Let's check it out. It turns the blue litmus paper to red, meaning that it is acidic. So we are going to have filtrate plus litmus paper. It turns blue litmus paper to red. So under inference we are going to write it is acidic solution. It is acidic solution. Then the next question now said first portion of the filtrate plus ammonia solution. In drop and in essence. So this filtrate we are going to divide it. This is our filtrate. Here is my ammonia solution in drop and in essence. In drop, look at it. In drop, blue gelatinous precipitate, in drop, blue gelatinous precipitate. Then let's add excess ammonia solution to it. Soluble in excess ammonia to give this blue solution. So that's what you are going to write there in your observation. Light blue gelatinous precipitate. So our inference copper 2 ion present. So light blue gelatinous precipitate in drop, soluble in excess ammonia solution to give deep blue solution. Then we are now going to get portion of it again. To the second portion of it, add sodium hydroxide in drop and in essence. Here is our sodium hydroxide. Make sure you observe very well. Light blue precipitate in drop. Light blue gelatinous precipitate in drop. Insoluble in essence. Look at it very well. It's still not soluble. Light blue gelatinous precipitate, insoluble in essence. So under observation, so light blue gelatinous precipitate formed in drop of sodium hydroxide, our inference copper 2 ion, insoluble in excess sodium hydroxide, or precipitate is insoluble. Anyhow you want to write it, the main thing is that the precipitate did not dissolve. Then the next question now said to another part of it, of the filtrate, add barium chloride in drop and excess hydrochloric acid. So we are going to write in our another portion of it. We are adding what? Barium chloride. Here is my barium chloride in drop. This is white precipitate. White precipitate. I just added barium chloride in drop. White precipitate. So white precipitate is formed in drop of barium chloride. Under the inference, you are going to have CO3 2 minus, SO3 2 minus, SO4 2 minus, and then present. Then now we are going to test with dilute hydrochloric acid. Here is our dilute hydrochloric acid in essence. you can see is not soluble. The precipitate is not soluble. Precipitate is insoluble in excess dilute hydrochloric acid, and your inference SO42 minus present. Sorry, I'm just managing the board. I want to make sure that everything contains it. So, when you add that barium chloride to it, what precipitate form in drop of barium chloride? Then your inference under that one, don't miss any of them. You must say that carbonate ion is present, sulfide ion is present, and then sulfate ion present. Are you getting it? Then when you now add dilute hydrochloric acid, the inference there is only sulfate ion, SO42 minus present. Then the last question now says the residue plus what? Residue plus iodine solution. Residue plus iodine solution. Here is a residue here. Our residue is on the filter paper. This is our residue. And here is my iodine solution. Observe it. This is blue-black coloration. Can you observe it? Blue-black coloration. So you are going to write residue blue-black coloration is observed. Then under inference, starch is present. Under inference, starch is present. See you in my next video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, Chemistry with Peace. Like, comment, share this video so that other students will also benefit from it. See you in my next video. Subscribe, like, comment, share.